Hands press against the glass doors, pushing them open, while a small bell jingles above at the entrance. Bright overhead lights reflect off the tile floors, and a sickly, pungent smell of ink is overwhelming. The tickling buzz and hum of an artist's ink gun is accompanied by the laughter of customers. The artists exchange familiar conversation with their patrons. Welcome to a tattoo shop. Tattoo artist John Kalynn says that most people get their tattoos done early on in life, during the college years. However, there are those that decide to wait. Tattooing is one of the most wildly popular forms of body art, especially among young people. This is true almost anywhere, including Mars Hill College. Tattooing has evolved over the centuries from a rite of passage to a mark of individual expression. Views on tattooing have changed over time as well. Rather than being associated with soldiers, sailors, and carnival workers, most people who bear ink and piercings are received with a less stereotypically negative view, though still with some negative connotation. When asked about her tattoo, a student replied that if her mother knew, she would be skinned alive. She is an example of one of the people that may be met with opposition, mostly because she acquired her tattoo without her parents' knowledge. Ironically, the tattoo that she got during her freshman year is dedicated to her mother. Finding students with tattoos in Mars Hill is commonplace. Tattoos are popular amongst faculty and staff as well. With a tattoo and piercing shop just 30 feet off campus, obtaining body art is very convenient. At Mars Hill, tattooing is not only an expression of individuality, but also a sign of belonging. An example is the Canadian lacrosse team members and their standing tradition of getting a maple leaf and a lacrosse stick tattooed on their right calf. When I visited Three-Sided Tattoo Parlor one day, several members of the lacrosse team, including Mark Burnett, Chris Cudmore, and Spencer Stobe, were present to watch their fellow teammate Blake Madison get his traditional tattoo. They were also present to support Chad Housen as he was getting some fresh ink on his side. Having body art done on Main Street is a common response when talking to MHC students. Three-Sided Tattoo Parlor in downtown Mars Hill is locally owned and operated by Michael McCarthy. McCarthy has been in business on Main Street for 10 years, now working with an apprentice, Andrew Thorne. With a steady stream of customers, McCarthy hopes to continue his work serving the locals and the students from the school when they visit. Caution is suggested, however, about deciding the art to be inked. There are ways to remove tattoos, such as laser removal and covering, but both are expensive and painful. Laser removal literally burns off layers of skin that contain the ink stains, while cover tattooing replaces an existing piece with something new. Although tattooing is a more permanent form of body art, body piercings are more common. 15% of Americans, roughly 40 million people, have tattoos, while 24% of Americans have some sort of piercing on their body, other than the ears, according to biostats.com. Turning the body into memorials and tributes to people and events is a frequent request for artists. McCarthy answered immediately when asked how often he was requested to put memorial art on someone's body, responding that he was asked to do it all the time. Artist Kalynn, when asked the same question, responded that he personally had an ocean scene dedicated to his mother. Tattoo artists are generally willing to tattoo anything on the skin. However, there are certain areas that an artist will refuse to tattoo, due to difficulty, amount of wear and tear on that portion of this body, like palms and the bottoms of feet, or simply because they feel uncomfortable working in the area. Artists reserve the right to deny customer service if they have a reason for not wishing to do the requested work, or if they suspect that the individual is intoxicated or under the influence of some substance. Although no drug tests are administered, it is the responsibility for shop workers to ask customers if they are under the influence. Common sense dictates that a person undergoing the needle make a responsible decision not regrettable later on in life. 17% of people who get tattoos want them removed. The majority of these regretted works are acquired while inebriated or include the name of a past boyfriend or girlfriend. The dangers of tattooing and piercing are minimal, the most prevalent issue being infection. This can easily be avoided by properly caring for your new body art.